You're watching Morning Live. Thank you very much for staying with us. Now, years ago, choral music was one of the most played genres in South Africa compared to now. The music scene has since then grown so much more, and people have so much more options. Before our next interview, let's look at this insert on choral music and how versatile South Africa has become.
South African music has been and probably always will be a mixture of styles and cultures. The different music genres has influenced and shaped the music scene. At the same time, diverse music styles has given South African music its vibrant and eclectic sound. The rich tradition of choral and a cappella music in South Africa goes way back. What was once known as ingoma ebusuku, the sound of the unaccompanied choir, which later changed to mbube or booming sounds, was the main influence to the different sounds that we hear today in this amazing genre.
Briefly, ma'am, choral music is about singing in the group. It's a group of choristers singing together. Yes, and using their voice as the instrument to carry through the message, you see, that is composed by the composer. Yes, so basically choral music is a group singing.
As early as 1930, all-night choir contests were held in community halls, and competitions between competing choirs was fierce. Comparing then and now, the choral music genre has had to compete with other genres just to stay relevant. The OR Tambo Choral Festival, held under the Ekurhuleni Melting Pot Festival, are some of the few occasions that take place and keep the choral flame burning. TV shows like Imizwilili has kept South African choral music alive.
Imizwilili. Now, choral music is a genre that has been around for many years, crossing over globally, giving people of the world a taste of the different cultures. With that said, it has faced the difficulty of being one of the less publicized music genres, especially since the uproar of new genres in the music industry, which seem more relevant today. In trying to revive the flame in choral music, a youth-owned Choral-Magazine was launched, and last year, which is the first for South Africa. Joining me in studio is Mokete and Masetlhe, who's joining us to talk about the mag. Guys, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having us.
Okay, now one is the publisher and one is the editor. Let's maybe talk to the publisher first. Sydney, from a choral perspective, how big is the market?
It's a very humongous market. South Africa only, I think we have over 700 choirs, like from your school choirs, community choirs, church choirs. It's quite big.
This idea of a choral mag, I mean, we really haven't seen it before, but I love the innovation. Talk to me about the inspiration behind this mag.
Well, Sydney, a few years back, when he toured with his choir, the Northwest University Choir in Mafikeng, they went overseas and there the choir did very, very well. But to his surprise, when he came back, nothing was said about what they did overseas. Whilst when they were there, they were featured in almost every publication there. And that's when the inspiration started, that our genre needs a magazine that will solely stand for what we do and who we are. So it was then that he started preparing and getting the idea cooked up. And it was last year when we launched the magazine later in December.
So this was born out of your own experience, and most innovations and the creations come from one's own experience.
Absolutely.
How disappointing was it that you're doing incredibly well? None of the traditional media covered any of that.
Yeah, it was quite disappointing, you know, because in Germany we made headlines, I think front pages of 5 different publications.
Wow.
So it was quite disappointing. We actually, because we were representing South Africa that side, we actually expected people to be waiting for us at the airport, you know.
Like so they do with the national substitute.
Yes. So that's when the idea was born, basically. I thought to myself, you know, this genre is so beautiful. We just need people out there to learn more about it. And then I saw it fit to start this publication, obviously with this amazing team that is working together with me.
So let's talk about that editorial mix. What are we going to experience? Is it a monthly basis? It's a quarterly basis? How do you put the magazine together?
All right, it's a bi-monthly,
Okay.
and then what's covered in the magazine, we call it music, business and lifestyle. So we profile our artists both locally and internationally. That's our choirs, our soloists, orchestras, all music groups, locally, internationally. And then we have lifestyle, whereby we're educating people about how to look after themselves, how to look after their voices. We've got columnists writing that for us. And then we've got in the lifestyle section as well, where we always cook with one of the choral celebrities, you know, because we view them as celebrities because they are doing so well for this genre.
Okay.
Take for an example, Pretty and she's one of the best sopranos in the world.
Yeah.
And she's booked until I don't know when. That's how amazing she is. And then she's a South African, born and bred here. In our next issue, we'll be having her as a cover.
Okay,
Just to try and
absolutely
inspire, yeah.
fantastic. So, editor, your job is to make sure that the mix sits perfectly within those 2 pages. When you talk about lifestyle, all of that kind of stuff, will we see the rest of the country reflected as well? Because it is a Pretoria-based publication.
Yes, you will. We've got content everywhere around South Africa. I mean, choral music is very, very big in South Africa. So we have to make it a point to travel everywhere. And we've got choral events and choral celebrities around the country that needs the exposure that we as Choral Mag stand for. You know, we are in a position to expose everything about choral music and also provide a progressive structure for choral music development.
I like the from an editor's perspective, that vision. Distribution, Mr.
Yes.
Publisher.
Yeah, at the moment it's still a bit tough because we are on our 3rd issue now. At the moment we're dealing with
print run out?
Yeah, we at about 5 to 10,000
Okay.
now. At the moment we're only dealing with subscriptions. People log on to our website and then subscribe there, and then we send magazines to them directly. We're not yet in the retail space, but we're working towards that.
A big part of where publications sit now is that it has to sit in a multimedia environment. From a print perspective, are we seeing the extension onto platforms like a social media platform?
Definitely, definitely. We have an active Facebook page as Choral Mag, and also on Twitter and on Choral Mag. And unfortunately for the Choral Mag, choral music industry, choirs and artists are still trying to get the feel of social media. They're trying to use social media to expose themselves, to get themselves started, and also put their careers out there.
Okay, so there are people right now, they're saying, I love this idea, where can I get a hold of you guys, where I can subscribe, find information?
Yeah, all South Africans can just visit our website, www.choralmag.co.za. That's where we upload our digital version of the magazine, and then they can also subscribe on the website, you know, and then that's when we can get their details and send them the magazine to their doorsteps.
How exciting is it to break something brand new? We're talking about an economy that's in a downturn. We're talking about a GDP growth that's less than 1%. But here you found a new innovation. Is there an opportunity for transfer of skills, job creation in other provinces?
Definitely, definitely. We are currently, the team consists of a handful of people, and because there's content everywhere in the country, we'd like to expand it and get people in every province who will provide content and also contribute towards the magazine. So that on its own is job creation, you know.
Wow, guys, well, I wish you loads of success with your new venture. It's called Choral-Mag, and in studio we had the editor, Tata Mokete, and the publisher and founder, Sydney Masetlhe, talking to us about something that I think is really a game changer in the industry. Find out more, Google it, get your subscription. Let's support this local business. Take a night break, then anyway.